Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, it's 2026 and we're looking at the iPhone 16 Pro. You know, with the iPhone 17 series fully out now, and I've actually been daily driving the 17 Pro, it's kind of interesting to look back at the 16 Pro. A lot of you have been asking, is this thing still worth picking up used or should I just keep saving for the 17? Honestly, I think this phone sits in a really weird but good spot right now. It's like humble luxury. I've got the Desert Titanium model here, and for me, this is hands down the sleekest, most elegant color they've done in years. In this video, I want to just sit down and chat with you guys, like no crazy cinematic B-roll overload, just a real conversation about how this phone actually holds up a year or so later. We're going to cover the design, the display, how it handles that new iOS 26 software, and of course the battery and camera. First off, a little backstory on this specific unit. I actually skipped the 16 Pro last year. I stuck with my 15 Pro back then, and then recently upgraded to the 17 Pro as my main driver. But like a few months ago, a friend of mine was selling the 16 Pro, and the price was just, honestly, it was a steal since the 17 Pro dropped. I picked it up mainly for this review and as a backup daily driver, but I've been using it frequently for everything, gaming, work, you name it. And get this, the battery health is still at 100% with only 181 cycle counts. It was first used in January 2025, so it's fresh, it's in great condition, warranty is still active. So for me, the value proposition here is just insane right now. Let's talk design. You know, now that I'm using the iPhone 17 Pro as my main phone, I have a direct comparison. The 17 Pro went back to that aluminum unibody design, which is cool for heat dissipation, I guess. But picking up the 16 Pro, man, this titanium feels special. I think this might be peak iPhone design material. It's lightweight, but it feels incredibly strong. And this desert titanium color, it's not flashy, it's just confident. It holds up really well against scratches too, unlike the black titanium which can show those little micro abrasions over time. We've got the action button, which is cool, and of course the camera control button. I remember when this launched, everyone was hyping it up. Honest opinion, after using it for a while, it's nice to have, but it's not really a huge deal functionality-wise. I mostly use it just to launch the camera quickly. For actually changing settings like zoom or aperture, I usually just tap the screen because it's faster. It's a cool piece of engineering, but don't buy the phone just for that button. Oh, and the USB-C port at the bottom. Huge upgrade if you're coming from a 13 or 14. It's the super fast USB 3 speed. Unlike the base models, I transfer video files to my Mac a lot and it just flies. Moving on to the display. This was the year they bumped the size up to 6.3 inches from the old 6.1, and honestly, it's the perfect size. It's not a surfboard like the Pro Max, but it gives you that little bit of extra room for content. The bezels are super thin and the 120Hz ProMotion is buttery smooth. I know the newer 17 Pro has that crazy 3000 nits brightness, but using the 16 Pro outdoors, it's still really decent. I've never looked at it and thought, I can't see my screen. It's sharp, the colors are great, and it's just a joy to look at. Software-wise, we are running the latest iOS 26, which came out a few months ago. I gotta say, the new Liquid Glass design language Apple introduced here is beautiful. The animations are so fluid, going back to an older phone on iOS 18 or something feels static. I did notice something though. When I first updated this phone to iOS 26, it got noticeably warm for the first day or two. I think it was just re-indexing the system files and settling in, because now it runs cool. But yeah, that new OS really makes this hardware shine. Now we gotta address Apple Intelligence. Is it a game changer on this phone? Honestly, for me, it's not a big deal, at least by now. It still feels kind of early beta in some ways. It's useful for little summaries, but for heavy lifting, I usually find myself opening the Gemini app or ChatGPT because they're just more powerful right now. So if you're buying this just for the Apple Intelligence, maybe temper your expectations a bit. It works, it's there, but it's not magic yet. Let's talk performance. I actually ran some Geekbench 6 tests on this guy just to see where we stand. I got a single core score of 3,448 and a multi-core of 8,748. For the GPU metal score, I hit 32,766. What does that mean? It means this phone is a beast. I do everything on here from basic emails to heavy gaming. It plays AAA titles for the next generation without sweating. And speaking of sweating, the thermals are way better than the iPhone 15 Pro. That phone used to get hot just looking at it funny. This 16 Pro gets warm, sure, but it's a comfortable warm. Not that annoying, I need to put this down heat. Also, for the spec nerds out there, this has 8 GB of RAM. That's the same as the base model iPhone 17. It handles multitasking really well. On older iPhones with 6 GB, I'd see apps reloading constantly in the background. On this, apps stay open. It's still very relevant by Apple's standards today. Camera-wise, you're getting a pro-grade setup. You've got that 48 megapixel main sensor, a 48 megapixel ultra-wide, which is awesome for wide shoots and macros, and the 12 megapixel 5x telephoto zoom. That 5x zoom is a big deal. If you're coming from an older Pro that only had 3x, it's great for portraits and punching in on stuff far away. And video, it shoots 4K at 120 FPS. I use this for B-roll sometimes. And the slow motion you can get is just silky smooth. It's a very versatile camera system. Okay, let's talk battery life, because this is where I was actually the most surprised. As I mentioned earlier, my unit is sitting at 100% battery health with 181 cycles on it. That is pretty good for a phone that's a year old. I think there are 2 big reasons for this. First, the thermal design. The 16 Pro has that aluminum substructure inside the titanium bands that dissipates heat way better than the 15 Pro did. Heat is what kills batteries. And because this phone stays cooler during gaming or charging, the battery just chemically degrades slower. Second is the software. With iOS 26, Apple introduced those new adaptive power features. It basically learns your routine and clamps down on background processes way more aggressively. When it knows you aren't using the phone, I've noticed a huge difference. I can easily get through a whole day of moderate to heavy use. I'm talking calls, social media, a bit of YouTube, maybe some gaming on my commute, and I usually hit bedtime with juice left in the tank. I actually took this phone on my recent holiday alongside my iPhone 17 Pro. I was using the 17 Pro as my main camera, but I had the 16 Pro for navigation, looking up spots, and playing music. And honestly, the battery was just great. I never ran out of battery on this thing, not once. Even on long days where we were out from 8 AM to midnight, the 16 Pro just kept going. It's incredibly reliable, which is exactly what you want if you're using it as a backup or even your main daily driver. So the verdict, iPhone 16 Pro review in 2026, is this the one to buy? Honestly, I recommend this phone. The price right now is in that sweet spot because the 17 series just dropped. You're getting that premium titanium build, which I honestly prefer over the 17's aluminum. You're getting the USB-C 3 speeds, great battery, and a camera system that is still top tier. However, here's the consideration. If you look at the market and find that the price gap between a used 16 Pro and a new 17 Pro isn't that big, then yeah, just go for the 17 Pro. You get the newer chip and the upgrades. But if you're budget conscious and you want a Pro experience without the premium price tag, the 16 Pro is the more mature, polished version of the 15 Pro. It fixed the heat issues, it fixed the battery life. If you're sitting on an iPhone 13 Pro or older and you're confused about upgrading, this is a massive jump. You will feel the difference in the display, the speed, and definitely the camera. I'm gonna keep this 16 Pro in my rotation alongside my 17 Pro because honestly, I just love how it feels in the hand. It's sleek, it's fast, and it just works. Let me know in the comments if you're still rocking a 16 Pro or if you're planning to pick one up in 2026. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this helped you out. Catch you in the next one.